Good morning and welcome back to a new vintage haul video. I've got a few bits to show you today that I've got from various different places. I haven't got loads again, but I do have some really nice pieces to show you. So I'm going to start off with a couple of pieces that I got from Penny Baker Vintage. So you can find her on Instagram. She does do sales on there, kind of fairly regularly really. These are some kind of collars, like stand collars. They're very delicate, beautiful lace. I think they're Edwardian, but you can see there are some like here holes. I mean, they're kind of beyond repair to use as stand collars, but the fabric is just stunning. It's so delicate. When I took it out of the packet, there were just bits falling away, but it's just so beautiful. You see, it's been lined there with like a organza, really nice. But the colours are just stunning, like very antique-y. You can see the hooks and eyes there. Really lovely. So that's one of them. I think there are 3 pieces in this set. Look, you can see. And then I've got this one. Look how distressed that is inside. Look at that. But they're just beautiful. Like you know, I can definitely repurpose the lace in some slow stitch projects. So that's that one. Look, you can see all the bits coming away. Actually, no, that is it. It's just the 2 pieces. So let's just get all these bits out of the way. That is the little card from Penny. So you can, like I say, you can find her on Instagram. She does sales on Instagram. I'm just going to give this a shake. This is the other piece that I got from Penny. This is a stunning wool. I'd say it's like a shawl. You can definitely wear it around your shoulders, but it's just beautiful. It is so beautiful. I'm not decided whether I'm keeping this as it is or if I'll use it, but it's kind of too beautiful really to cut up. It's definitely something you can wear. It's embroidered onto like a wool base. It's all been hand stitched. Look, I don't know if you can see that. Unfinished, but the colours are just stunning. I feel like it's something that would look quite nice on a wall as well. You can see how beautiful. I really love it. As soon as I saw it on there, I was like, oh, I need to have that. It's funny, isn't it? You sort of like these things and you think, I need to have that, but I don't really know what I'm going to use it for. But I think when we see things we like, we know that we'll use them at some point, and it's important to collect things that are a reflection of us really and who we are, I think. I'll just show you these quickly. These were from Retro in St Ives, which is part of Cornwall Hospice Care, but everything in there is of a vintage retro vibe. So this is Christmas themed placemats. They're all different, but I just thought these would be great for some of the projects that I've got on the go at the moment. I haven't really got anything Christmassy in the way of textiles like this. That's another one, just got a little motif on the corner. And then these two, actually these 2 are the same, but these don't look like they've been done by hand. They're machine done, made in Portugal. You can tell by the stitching, it's machine embroidery, but like I say, still might be useful for some projects that I've got coming up. So they're both the same. And then these Golden Hands magazines, I got these on Vinted from a seller. I've got some more on the way from somebody else, but she just had a really good deal on these as a set. I've kind of got them because I went to Collage Club in Penzance the other day, and there was so much information there, as in so much, you know, resources to pull from. Things like, you know, magazines, and I've got quite a few anyway, not just of these but other things. But I made a list of the types of magazines that I want to collect, so that I can carry on, you know, collecting and curating my own little selection. But how lovely is that image there? Love this lady, kind of illustrations. Some of the things that they say in these are hilarious. Some of the kind of advice, but it's got, you know, great things like giving your skirt a neat finish, putting in a zip, and I think these kind of old, you know, traditional ways of doing things there. There's some macrame there. It's good to know, isn't it? Rug making, using a latch hook. Look at that little bird. Oh, it's a duck. A little duck. But there's lots of information on how to do different techniques with, you know, knitting, crochet, sewing, dressmaking, embroidery. They're really handy magazines to have. This is showing you about knitting, increasing, decreasing. But I just love the imagery, so I've kind of got them for that, really. This is Golden Hands again. Knitting, dressmaking and needlecraft guide. But these are just fantastic. They're great for journaling or making a poncho. Like, the images are great for journaling or, you know, scrapbooking, that kind of thing. Coming to grips with your figure. Wow. I wouldn't say those figures are hugely representative of people today, but that one, look. Look at the decor as well. So this is from the 70s, I think. Yeah, there was, I don't know if it's in this one. No, it'll be in one of the other ones. There was a, wow, look at this. The currency. So that shows how old that is. There was something in one of them at the back, and it was telling you about the closing date of, I think it was like a competition, and it said you had to have your entries in by a certain date, and it was like 1973. That was before I was born. It's scary, isn't it? Look at those. Crocheted pants for a toddler. God, I can't imagine those stay not very long, can you? But it's showing you about different stitches, like garter stitch, stocking stitch, pearl stitch, knit stitch. And then look at that lovely embroidery. They're just great. I mean, I'm sure you've seen these before. You may have even inherited some from, like, grandmothers or, you know, mothers, or may even have some of your own. I mean, to be fair, my mum may have some things like this. I did inherit some bits from my grandma. So, look at that. A collector's piece, The Fire of London. This machine embroidered picture by Joan Gilbert, musicians escaping from the Great Fire of London, is based on a 17th century engraving of the Great Fire by Vischer. Joan Gilbert, who has had exhibitions of her embroidery, translated the engraving into a plique fabric worked over richly with cotton yarn and occasionally gold and silver threads. It took her about a month using a domestic automatic electric sewing machine. Yeah, see, some of these things are hand worked and some of them are machine, but like these are just great. It just gives you a bit of inspiration for things, you know. Look at them. Oh my god. It's funny how different eras have a real this is it. This is the one. I was going to say they have a real vibe about. You can tell exactly. Look at the colours and the decor of that. So you've got the bedspread, the valance, the wallpaper and the curtains and the seat all in the same pattern. And everything in the 70s was orange and brown, wasn't it? Or like these sort of shades of orange and brown. Yeah, look, please allow 21 days delivery. Regrettably, this offer is only available to residents of the UK and will close on the 30th of April 1972 or earlier if stocks run out. So I was born in 76. They're good shapes as well, aren't they, for a plique? The little fish and the bird and the bunnies. Very cute. It sort of talks you through the pattern and how to, you know, alter it, and little angel top, how cute. Lattice fringe and tassels. That is something else, isn't it? Wow. I do remember that sort of decor. I was born in 76, but I do remember that kind of decor. Those colours and the patterns. It's crazy. That's nice. That's really nice. Bit of a plique work there. Looks like needle turn. So yeah, let me know if you've got any of these. I know I've got quite a few people that follow the channel that are in the United States and Australia. It'd be interesting to know if you've got these, because I can see along the bottom they've got the prices. Oh my gosh, UK 22.5 pence. That is mad. Australia 65 cents, New Zealand 65 cents, North America 95 cents, and South Africa 60 cents. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Some ladies doing some lace making there, look. I've never had a go at lace making, have you? Love those colours. A little what you fancy. Nice. We've got some knitwear for dollies there. That's actually quite nice. I like that. I wonder what the sizing is like. It's got the whole pattern. That's really nice. And we got this one. Look at the little girlie there sitting with her. Looks like she's in her granny's jewellery box, looking through all of her treasures and jewellery and rings. And I remember my grandma, my mum's side, my grandparents, one was granny and one was grandma. So my mum's mum was grandma, and she used to have lots of, she didn't have her ears pierced, but she used to have lots of clip-on earrings, and we used to love looking through her stash of things. And I feel like her box that she kept everything in had a certain smell to it, which I suppose I'm kind of getting from these as well, you know, that kind of antique-y. How lovely is that? Oh, look at these patterns, cross stitch. It's like a tapestry, isn't it? Lovely. No, a little christening robe. Very sweet. I think a lot of us have got these Art Deco applique. Quite a lot of those, you know, those table mats or tablecloths have got this design on. And the ones where you get the little pocket that you can put your cutlery in. Quite a few of us have got those. Golden hands, quick crochet to sparkle in. Just thought I'd give you a quick flick through these because they're quite interesting, aren't they, to see. I think when you see people selling them, you don't always know what the contents are. I mean, it's not always roughly the same kind of thing, but it's sometimes the visual is something that's quite captivating. This is reminding me of, I've been knitting a Sophie scarf, which I finished, and I started to do an embroidery onto it, which I've got my first video of that on the channel if you want to go and check that out. But it's coming up really nicely. And we've got a pair of pretty pinafore dresses. Oh, look at those. Lampshades, wow. Aren't they cool? This is something to do with pattern again. Look at that. Such a great image, isn't it? I love the way that illustration and design has changed over the years. I just think it's so interesting. Beautiful. I saw this one when we were at Collage Club. They had this one. Me and my friend were laughing about the faces on the dolls. Funny. They look a bit scary, don't they? It's funny, dolls. I don't know why. Sometimes we have that thing, don't we, where that, oh, they're really scary. Their faces are looking a bit psycho. Such pretty things. These are nice as well, sort of squaring off your projects. Nice for like blanket ideas, different ways to finish corners, or like maybe on a little jacket like here, you can see a little squirrel. And then this is our last one. I love this English paper piecing, little blanket. How lovely. There's another dolly with a dress and a little cardigan or jacket. I'm sure we saw them in another one, didn't we? Oh, this is a pattern for the trousers. Snowsuits with a farewell touch. I'm not sure they'd stand up in a snowstorm though. The plique in different edgings, long and short, blanket stitch, blanket stitch. A little owl. Sweet. And there's the English paper piecing. Very nice. Yeah, that's it. So that is my video for November on my vintage textile haul. I hope you've enjoyed looking at those pieces, and let me know if there was anything that you particularly like yourself in what I've shown you today. Thanks for joining, guys. Make sure to give me a like and comment if you fancy, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel because I've got quite a few new videos that I'm ready to put out. So I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, lots of love, see you on the next one. Bye.